What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the DC Comics Multiverse Wonder Woman movie, Steve Trevor. Now here we do have Steve Trevor in the packaging. You can see he does come with an assault rifle, his Build-A-Figure pieces for the God of War, which is of course Ares, so really excited. We have an image of Chris Pine as Steve Trevor here. On the side we have a little bio and that same image of Steve Trevor. It says Captain Steve Trevor is a courageous American fighter pilot performing dangerous undercover missions in World War I. So that's Ares, or not Ares, but Steve Trevor for you. Turning it around on the back, we do have other figures of this line. We have Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, Diana of Themyscira, and Queen Hippolyta. All four figures do combine to form Ares, the God of War. So really excited I have this guy in hand. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get him open up, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Steve Trevor posing out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually show off his Build-A-Figure pieces. He does come with not one, not two, but three parts to the Ares Build-A-Figure. He comes with the main torso, Ares head, and Ares sword. Cannot wait to get this guy put together. Moving those pieces off to the side. And here we have a look at Steve Trevor out of the packaging, and I'm going to say, really impressed by the job Mattel did with this. Considering that Mattel's Multiverse line hasn't been the greatest line, this is actually showing improvement on Mattel's part, which I'm really glad about. So let's actually go on to his first accessory. It is a shotgun. If you can zoom in on it. It does have paint. I don't know if the camera's picking it up that well, but we can see it does have a grayish brown plastic, or grayish brown paint right here on the stock and right here on the pump. And the rest of the gun is done in this slate color. It's not gunmetal, it's not black, it's not gray, it's slate, and you can see it is a little warped coming right out of the packaging. Hairdryer will fix that right up, but still nice accessory. I really wish they would find a way to make the made in China smaller, because it does kind of take away from the figure when they have made in China written all over it. And it does fit in his hand. Now you can get him in a couple of two-handed poses, although it is a little bit tricky to get him to actually hold it in a firing stance. I haven't tried yet. But he can hold it with both hands, although be aware that you're probably going to end up warping the gun, so figure out how he holds it the best and then go from there, because you don't want to be warping the gun. But you can see he can hold it in two-handed poses, so that's pretty good. Moving the camera back out. So that's his one and only accessory besides the Build-A-Figure pieces of Ares. So here we have Steve Trevor, and I'm going to say, again, Mattel's really stepping up their game with the Multiverse line. I really want to see good things out of Mattel. They used to do such a good job with the DC Universe Classics, and now I want to see that line improve. And the Multiverse line is showing signs of improvement. There's a lot of unique tooling specific to Steve Trevor here. And I just really love his World War I outfit. Now, if we can go on to some of his details really fast. As far as head sculpts go, that is actually a really good Chris Pine head sculpt. They did a really good job capturing the likeness of Chris Pine, and it is a soft likeness, which does mean from certain angles and the way the light catches the figure, it will look like Chris Pine, and there's a little bit of paint right here. I don't know if you can see that, but there is some paint flicking off on his hair, but they did a good job on his hair. It is this dark brown with some highlights in it. They did a good job with the washing effect. He's wearing his military jacket, which you can see again. Did a really good job, and his collar is actually textured, which is a really nice touch. His jacket is this really dark, almost olive green color, and he is wearing a button-up shirt and a turtleneck. You can see the belt is nicely painted and has a lot of good detail there. You can see the buttons on his shirt. The jacket is a separate appliance, although I really wouldn't recommend you take it off because then he'll still have those sleeves on. And even his shirt right here, it's a soft plastic so it doesn't get in the way of his articulation, so I do like that. Then we get on to his pants, which is an even darker olive color. And we get down to his wraps and then his boots. Again, really like the detail, and I really hope Mattel capitalizes off the way this line is looking, because I want to see more Multiverse figures. I want to see the line do good, because Mattel can do good action figures. It's just they have gotten lazy in it. Like, they release figures and people buy them, and it is what it is, unfortunately. But talking about steps in the right direction, let's go on to his articulation, because his articulation is fairly well. He does have a ball joint head. He can look up a good bit. I can't really look down, but he can look up. Some slight side to side, and then we do get left and right movement. Arms on a ball hinge that go out to about that far. Do a full 360. He bends at the elbow and spins at the elbow. Really glad that they do not have a bicep cut there, because it's really not necessary to have a bicep cut and a swivel in the elbow. But really glad that they went with a ball hinge elbow joint. He has a swivel in the wrist, no hinge there. He does have an upper torso ball joint. It doesn't give you the best back or forward movement, but it does go back quite a bit. Has some slight side to side, does rotate. Legs do go forward, back, and out to about that far. Will get hindered by his jacket, so be aware of that. He has a thigh swivel. Single jointed at the knee. Doesn't appear that he has a boot swivel, but he does have a hinge in his ankle. So pretty good articulation here on Steve Trevor. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Steve Trevor posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like this figure, and it is a step in the right direction for Mattel's Multiverse line. If they can keep making figures like that, they're going to be a contender for 6-inch figures, and, you know, I'm willing to put more money down on these guys. And these Wonder Woman figures have, from the two I've messed with, the Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor, I'm really liking this line so far. There are only 4 figures at the time I'm making this review, and when I went to Toys R Us, they only had Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, and Diana of Themyscira. I couldn't find Queen Hippolyta. Hopefully I can find her soon so we can have a look at her, and Ares. But as far as Steve Trevor goes, I really think he's a really nice figure, and to my knowledge, has any company done a Steve Trevor figure? I don't think they have. I think Mattel's the first one to tackle this, so if they are, kudos to Mattel. If not, sorry, company that made Steve Trevor first. If you can find this guy, as well as the other Wonder Woman figures, definitely have a look at them. If you're a fan of the movie, fan of the Multiverse line, you're going to want to have these guys in your collection. And with that being said, I'm KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews. All my DC Multiverse videos are also up, so go ahead and check those out. And if there's a figure you guys would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.